8 Things You Didn't Know About Elisabeth Moss. Fans of The Handmaid's Tale rejoice! June, aka Offred, is back with a vengeance for Season 4 of the HBO hit show this year. Everyone's favorite dystopian drama series is back, and it looks like Gilead's days are numbered. After a long wait, we will finally find out if our best-loved handmaid is able to start a revolution. Exciting times are ahead! June Osborne is every TV viewer's favorite heroine right now. Most of it has to do with Elisabeth Moss's award-winning performance in The Handmaid's Tale. With just one look from her piercing eyes, we have gotten to understand what June is made of, from her suffering at the hands of the Waterfords to her incredible strength and willpower. But what is Elisabeth Moss made of? Powerful acting like that just seems rooted in some deep stuff, right? Well, we have decided to find out how the American actress became the June we all know and are fascinated with. And spoiler alert, we have found some surprising facts. Keep watching to find out 8 things you probably didn't know about Elisabeth Moss. Oh, and if you like this video, do us a solid and click on the like and subscribe buttons. And if you don't want to miss any new videos, and we know you don't, you should also hit the bell icon. You'll get a notification every time we put up some new content. Number 8. She wanted to be a professional dancer. Before she decided to take the TV world by storm, Elisabeth was hellbent on being a professional dancer. She took her first ballet lessons when she was only 5 years old. She might have been young, but she wasn't fickle. She took it so seriously that she spent her summers on intensive courses, and as a teenager, she attended the School of American Ballet in New York. Moss was as focused regarding her acting vocation. She always knew she would be an actress, and because she also knew her professional career would come early, she decided to become homeschooled. Her parents agreed to let her study independently and worked so hard at it that Elisabeth graduated 2 years in advance. Maybe all of us should put in that much effort into learning. Number 7. 2 nationalities, jazz, and blue harmonica. Elisabeth was born and raised in sunny California, but make no mistake, she is not your average Hollywood artist. Her father, Ron Moss, was born in the UK, which gave her the right to have a double nationality. So she holds an American and a British passport. That privilege has come in handy when she has had to tour around the world to promote her shows and films. But that is not the only good thing Elisabeth got from her family. Her dad is a British jazz musician and music manager, and her mom Linda is a blues harmonica player. Music runs through her blood, one of the main reasons why she decided to become a dancer when she was very young. Her parents always supported her artistic aspirations, so you can thank them for giving us June Osborne. Number 6. Hilary Swank, Bette Davis, and Nicole Kidman. Her idols. Nobody becomes a professional actor without a few icons to look up to. In Elisabeth's case, her first inspiration came pretty early. She knew she wanted to branch out into acting after she saw Hilary Swank's touching performance in Boys Don't Cry. She has said that she aspired to be at least half as good as Swank. That goal didn't take long to become an understatement, if you ask us. Moss has also named classic Hollywood actress Bette Davis as one of her biggest influences. But if there is one artist that has inspired Elisabeth most of all, it has to be Nicole Kidman. Moss is a huge fan of the Australian actress. She fulfilled a lifelong dream when she worked with her on the film Top of the Lake. Apparently, she had a hard time holding back her urges to start fangirling all over the set. She managed to stay professional, but it is nice to know even she goes crazy around celebrities. Number 5. She's a Scientologist and feminist. Speaking of Nicole Kidman, Moss also has a lot in common with her ex-husband Tom Cruise. Elisabeth was raised a Scientologist by her parents, and she is still a believer in the Church of Scientology. Many fans were shocked to find out, but she has defended her beliefs on Instagram. After a fan compared Scientology to Gilead, she said that Scientology is misunderstood by most people. Moss also identifies as a feminist, and she says that her beliefs can be boiled down to religious freedom, tolerance, truth, and equal rights. We did not know feminist Scientology was a thing, but Elisabeth is an influential spokesperson for it. Number 4. She was married to an SNL comedian. Elisabeth is pretty private about her love life, but she has been known to have a couple partners in the entertainment industry. In 2008, she started dating comedian Fred Armisen of SNL and Portlandia. The relationship grew quick and they got married in 2009. Unfortunately, the love faded as quick as it came to them and they separated less than a year after that. Their breakup made the tabloid headlines, which really upset Elisabeth. Since then, she has decided to keep quiet about who she hangs out with. We do know she was in a relationship with cinematographer Adam Arkapaw, who worked with her on Top of the Lake. That romance ended too, but Moss says she still values relationships. However, it's not clear whether she will reveal her next beau to the press. Let's hope she does. Number 3. Her cats have their own IMDb pages. Elisabeth might not be too open about her love for fellow humans, but we know she has a big heart. How are we so sure? Well, one look at her Instagram is more than enough. Moss is not ashamed to show that she has a soft spot for her cats Ethel and Lucy. From the looks of it, they are her most reliable companions. Elisabeth Moss met her two trusty friends on the set of the film Listen Up Philip. She immediately adopted them, and they have been by her side ever since. She should be careful though, her cats have earned their own IMDb pages. Ethel and Lucy Moss are officially performing artists now. That last name is a surefire sign of their talent, so we are sure they'll give Elisabeth a run for her money. Number 2. Acting in a commercial saved her career. All artists struggle at some point, and Elisabeth is no exception to that rule. She went through a rough patch in the early 2000s, and she found it hard to make it as an actress. Luckily, she was cast in a commercial for Excedrin in 2002. It may look like performing in a commercial is little more than a way to pay the bills, but Elisabeth gave it her all. Surprising for her, the ad was really successful. In fact, it became so popular that it ran on TV for several years. The royalties gave her enough income to keep trying to find acting projects. If it wasn't for Excedrin, June Osborne might have been played by someone else. A remedy that cures migraines and gave us Elisabeth Moss? That's what we call a medical miracle. Number 1. She was named Queen of Peak TV. Elisabeth has definitely made her name as the titular handmaid, but that is far from her first work. She first became known to TV fans as Zoe Bartlett, the daughter of the president on The West Wing. The show's creator, Aaron Sorkin, turned her into the star of the 4th season, and Moss was up to the task. Her outstanding performance gave her the chance to play Peggy Olson on Mad Men. That role finally gave her the fame and recognition she deserved, and from then on, it was smooth sailing for Elisabeth Moss. It didn't take long for her to be cast as the June Osborne we all know and love. Her career on the small screen has been so distinguished that Vulture gave her the title of Queen of Peak TV. And we haven't even mentioned her multiple roles on the big screen. One thing is certain, Elisabeth has enough talent to rule as a scream queen for years to come. Well, that's all we have on June, aka Offred, aka Scream Queen Elisabeth Moss. If you have any other interesting facts on our favorite handmaid, don't be shy. Leave us a comment below the video. And if you like this one, show us your support by clicking on the like and subscribe buttons. We upload videos every week, so hit the bell icon to get notified when that happens. Thanks for watching, and see you soon!